Happy Friday to her.
Happy Friday, Consuela.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm actually good.
Yeah, you look
How
a
about
little
yourself?
disheveled.
Yeah, well, it is Friday. Work is done for the week.
Mm-hmm.
So just unwinding for the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely looks like you're ready to just peel everything off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or have you peel everything?
That's right. Or I will peel everything off for sure.
Yes.
So, yeah, no, it's been an exciting week for me. Work is always exciting in my field of work. But and you had something I don't think you talked about the last video.
Yeah.
Are you talking about that later? Are we teasing this, or are you talking about it now?
Yes, I will be going into that
after.
in depth. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, here's a little tease for everybody then.
Yep.
Okay. So, I don't have a bunch of first life story time, but and usually I don't. Usually I talk about second life things up front, but we do credits first.
Yes.
So yeah, you can start. You were dressed first.
Start.
Yes.
I was dressed first.
Mm-hmm.
So this was another following my lead sort of thing.
Yes.
And I decided I wanted to visit a maker I haven't worn too much recently, but they are a maker that I was kind of introduced to when I bounced back into SL.
Okay.
And this is Ascend. So.
And which bounce was this? Because didn't you bounce in and out of SL? Oh, okay.
This was the most recent. You know.
No more bouncing for you after you met me.
No.
There was only staying.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
So I have the shawl cardigan on, which is a little bit of a mouthful to say.
Yeah, but it's so cozy and comfy.
Yeah. And I followed the style recommend guide of pairing these with the Gale tuxedo suit trousers, even though I'm not wearing a tux.
But it looks really good. It was a good advice.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I have thrown on some L&B Oxford blah blah blah. What are they called exactly?
Oxford Bubba Buzz?
Yep, Bubba Buzz. I can't find them in my inventory. There we go. Edge Oxford dress shoes.
Okay.
I wanted to get the actual name of them. Then up top, let's see, I've got the Stoic ears on, the day ears, which I continue to wear. I also have these Heaux glasses.
Okay.
They are called the Osaka glasses.
Those are nice.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
Then my hair. This is a maker that I spotted because I was browsing. I just was bouncing through the men's department event thing.
Good.
Because I like that one sometimes. And this is a new hair maker to me called Wings DG.
Okay. It's got a fun, messy look to it. It looks like you have some highlights in there.
Yes, I do. This is one of their streaks type of hairs. And yeah, I put some streaks on. Was trying it out. It also comes with a style HUD where you can do different lengths. So I can clean up the back quite a bit, or I can clean up the front a little bit. All in all, I'm really impressed with this maker, and I'm gonna try out some more of their hairs because I had not heard of them, and they really kind of hit my vibe quite a bit with this. So. Yeah.
It's a good look. Yeah.
Thank you. So that's me, I think, pretty much head to... Oh, I do still have my Vici nails on.
Oh.
With my little blue tips on it.
Nice.
Those are the... let's see. Those are the short almond
Almonds.
nails.
We're back to almonds.
Yep.
Almond.
Almonds.
Uh-huh. Almonds and salmon. Go ahead.
Yep. Almonds and salmon. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much me.
I'm glad you're still rocking your Vici nails. I love you and Vici nails.
Yeah. Well, and I love that they have so many colors. I know that I've been on a blue kick lately, but...
But blue is your favorite color.
Yeah, it does seem to be. But it matches, if I did change my outfit color, they've got colors to match, so...
They do.
I'd be set, because Vinci's got me covered.
Yes, she does.
Yes.
All right. Well,
so, how about you?
On that note, I am still rocking Vinci's as well, because I will not take off my duck nails. So
never.
I have
they
the
are
Vici
so good.
Duck cow. You'll have to help me, or I'll have to turn my thing on. But they're Vici duck nails with a cow something. Let me look.
The nails I can't help you on. I can help you on almost every other part, but...
Okay, so let me go to what I'm wearing. Because it's like Vici duck. That's what they are. So go down here.
Now you're showing them off.
Yeah, Vici duck. See, it just says that. I have to go into my inventory. But it's the cow print tips, like French tip version. One. Yeah, she only has two. She has pinks and she has like cow print ombre or French tip or something. So, and I just oscillate between the two of them. So I'm wearing my Vici nails. And
they're great.
Yeah. And so if I start at the top, I'm actually wearing a gift from the FLF birthday bash. And it's Faga. And so this is very similar to the Faga Truth collab because it had that same kind of poofy, fan bun thing at the top. So it's a little variation of that hair that I was enjoying. So I didn't put a crown on today because, whoops, my camera, because I have pearls. I have pearls in my hair. Let me get around my head. Oh, camera struggles this morning. Okay.
We have a lot of invisible things around.
Yeah, so I'm okay now. So that's why I didn't put a crown on because I felt like it was a crown as it was with the little poofy ponytail thing.
Very good.
Then I am going to talk about the fact that I did change my eyebrows.
Okay.
Because I need to get with zipper, and I changed my eyebrows because I like a kind of, I want to say shorter, chunkier, archy kind of brow, and not so like straight. And so I changed them up this morning, and you and I went through a little eyebrow adventure, but it worked. So if I go, and I also went back to Maya. So I had Trilla on for a long time by Alt 3. And then when I was resetting my outfit, I ended up back in Maya, and I'm like, I love Maya too. So I'm doing Maya today. And so it's Oksana black goth eyebrows. And there was talk about an adventure in that pack of eyebrows.
Oh, so, that was quite a walkthrough.
Eyebrowland. Goth Eyebrowland.
I didn't even know how to react to some of them.
No, you were just silent. I'm like, are you looking at my eyebrows? And you're like, yes. I am speechless. I'm like, okay, we're not doing that one. So yeah. Anyway, so I changed my eyebrows up. So I was telling you, I got to get with Zipper and like give her like pictures of eyebrows and see if she'll make some short, chunky, arched eyebrows for me because in First Life I do have chunky arched eyebrows. I don't consider them short, but I don't know, maybe they are because I'm leaning more into that. So trying out some new eyebrows today. But still have Maya on, still have my micro glitter on because until she comes out with another glitter, I'm not changing that. Then for my eye makeup, I have Jack Spoon on, so that's the Tara Glossy Shadow and Liner. Then for lipsticks, I went also on a lipstick adventure this morning because Slack Girl makes lipsticks in HUDs for Akaruka because that's what I wear. And she has a bunch. And so this is one of the Slack Girl Akaruka lips. I was NHD lips, and I forget which number it is, but she has like over 30 of them, or about 30, something like that. I bought the rest of them that I didn't have this morning, so spent a lot of L's at Slack Girl this morning. Let's see.
They look great.
Yeah, I love them. Yeah. And earrings are E-Marie because I will default to E-Marie all day, every day, unless it's RAR. So these are E-Marie's. And then the outfit is the one that we saw, I think, at the last FLF from Havoc. and I was the one that was too tight and too small. And apparently this outfit is not YouTube friendly if you wear it with waifu.
Yeah.
Which I tried to do, and it was X-rated. I'll just leave it at that.
Yep.
But this is the Andy top and skirt. That was the offering last week at FLF. And then I also have fedora. I have the shoes were also from last week's FLF, and these are the Emmanuel slides, which I was just feeling comfy, casual. Today it is the weekend, basically Friday, Saturday. And then, as always, I am rocking my Lyrium AO. So, yep, I think that covers me, right?
And I've committed to updating my AO.
Right.
This weekend.
Yes.
So,
because I'm going to be out of town briefly, which gives you some time to yourself.
Yeah.
And as we were commenting last week when we were at Oh My, you have collected a fair amount of Oh My man poses.
I have.
And when we're posing for pictures, like we do the thumbnail for the videos, you are striking the same pose. And I'm like, Tour, you have to freshen this up.
I really need to.
Right? Like, I get bothered when I'm striking the same pose in a thumbnail. I was like, nope. I don't want to do that one. I do it all the time. And let me pick one of the plethora of poses I have. And you have like 5. You have like 5 Oh My poses, and that's it.
Yeah. And I do want to. Like, I really do enjoy the poses that I've gotten. I just, you know.
Well, I was amused when you had to call out, well, since you're going to be away this weekend, I guess I can do that. And the subtext was, since you're going to be away this weekend and not demanding things of me, then I can do something I want to do. Which, you know, I take with all love. You know, I'm not hearing any kind of like disgruntled Tour in that.
Good.
No. Whoa, there goes my camera again because of all the alphas around us. So speaking of that, where are we? Because we are in Butterfly Land.
Oh yeah. So this ties into your Second Life news.
So do you want me to touch on that?
Start there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me bring up my. Oh, you know what I didn't set up was my internet window. Let me do that real quick. So
we'll do that real quick.
Doesn't take me but a minute.
So this is just to give a little bit of a preview. This is the Kaleidoscope Monarch Education Project. On the walk here, you didn't see this, but I saw this. They have a whole bunch of little placards with educational facts and stuff about monarch butterflies, talking about them, promoting the Monarch Conservation Project.
Well, I have my window now, so you don't have to stall for time. So, I have Second Life Weekly. Was the title of it had to do something with self-care, but the first thing on here was Anathemal, a photogenic escape inspired by the heart of Tuscany. So they have a little video about that. Then they have a post called Self-Care September. So September celebrates Self-Care Awareness Month. Take a moment to find your oasis. Dive into serene Second Life destinations offering meditation spaces, reflection corners, support groups, and more. And so is where we are tie into that? Or is the next
where
one?
We were last week tied into that.
Gotcha. Okay, so you want me to touch on the next one? So the next one was a spotlight on a resident called Ravenstar, a talented Second Life builder who leaves destinations brimming with adventure and dipped in fantasy. Her creative contributions to the community illuminate the vast potential of virtual worlds and inspire us all. So what's the connection?
She made this project.
Oh.
Or worked on it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which specifically. But yeah. So this, I think this was created entirely by her. Let me just double check a couple items around. Yeah, this is her place. And she says in an interview that she created this. She was inspired by a documentary she stumbled upon while she was battling a intense anxiety. And the breathtaking beauty of monarch butterflies ignited feelings of wonder and optimism in her. In Second Life, she tried to recreate that sense of awe and hope, and I think she nailed it.
I think she did too.
And in addition to it being just a beautiful place and arrangement and walkway, I've mentioned before, I really enjoy when destinations in SL also teach us things. And so having all of the little info stands on the way here and drawing connections to the actual like monarch butterfly conservation groups and such as that is definitely appreciated.
Yeah. Very good. That was a good connection. All right. So with that, are we ready to start looking at FLF? I've got the Seraphim website up.
I reckon so.
Reckon. All right. 50 Linden Fridays. Always a pleasant surprise. Serena would be correct. That is very true.
Yes.
And as I scroll down the page, she doesn't list anyone as MIA.
All right.
And it looks, is it a shorter list this week?
I would say it's about middle of the road.
Okay. Because I'm able to see all the little Polaroids on one scroll. Usually I have to scroll a little bit to see everybody.
It might be a little shorter.
Okay.
Maybe, but we have 4 sponsors.
Oh, okay.
So we have, I'm going to group these 2 together, Butterscotch and Torricelli.
Yeah, because they are together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then we also have Offline and Roslyn.
Okay.
So lots of clothing options as our sponsors this FLF. And I'm definitely looking forward to some of the other names that we see on here too.
Yeah. Okay. So with that, are we ready to get going?
Yes, we are.
All right, Tour. Where are we? Looks like we're having a snack.
We are. We're having a little snack in the
little breakfast.
Wonderful cafe next to the weekend sale pavilion of Butterscotch and Torricelli.
All right, let's take a look. So we've got a fair amount of people here.
We do have a fair amount of people here.
That's fantastic. Okay, so if I push in, I see the Butterscotch FLF.
Yeah. So we have the Thomas Urban set.
Okay.
Which I do have and I strongly recommend. It is a great set from head to toe. Let's see. It looks like they are selling individual colors for $50.
Okay.
And they've put the fat packs on sale. So this is different than the way Butterscotch has often put out their FLF offerings, and I encourage them to continue doing it this way. Because this is great. So the FLF, the fat pack for the shirt, $7.50. The fat pack for the pants, $7.50. The boots are sold in store.
Okay.
So you can go pick those up there.
And I've definitely seen you rock this outfit.
I love this outfit so much. I have absolutely rocked this. Oh, they have the boots right next to it. Never mind. You don't even have to go in the store.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is it's urban, right? But whenever I see you rock it, I think farm.
Yeah.
So it works on the farm for sure.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have the thing next to it? What is that? Juan? Do you have Juan?
Juan? I do have the Juan knit vest and sweater.
I love that too.
Vest and shirt, yeah. I mean, Butterscotch in general is definitely my vibe. I've been enjoying their stuff quite a bit.
Yeah. So then when we look over to the Torricelli side, I can't say that I've been able to wear a lot of it because it's not always rigged for a reborn.
Not always.
So if I look at the Jenna set, they're not reborn.
Darn.
Legacy Perky Lara Petite. And then if I look at, what do they have for Saturday sale, is the Zelda set. Legacy Perky Lara Reborn. This one is.
Okay.
So I can get like a swim outfit, sort of, I guess. And then over here, they have, are these Elliot jeans for guys on the Tory side? Yeah.
Apparently.
Legacy, Jake, Gianni. Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, you should pick up those pants.
I may.
Yeah, you're like, don't force me.
I'll try them.
Okay, and then this one, Hera, crochet cover up and bikini, Legacy, Maitreya. That's it. So I could get the Saturday sale item.
Yep.
Because it's swimwear, and that's a fun outfit.
It is.
So okay, I'll look into
Zelda.
that. Yeah. Okay, but the FLF offering is the Jenna set. So
It is, and it's a lovely set, and we would love it if it fit you, but
well,
alas,
it has
tragedy.
it has a belt, and I don't tend to do well with belts.
We can do the top anyway.
True. The top would be fun, especially if it also fit waifu.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Just stretch that little tie as far as it'll go.
That's right. I can already see that top and with the birth jiggles going and the waifu boobs. That's a fun thought.
Definitely.
Anyway, I will look into the Zelda set, but otherwise, are we good to go?
I would say so.
All right, Tour, where are we?
We are at All Flying.
And it looks like they have 2 offerings for us.
For you, certainly.
True. Most of the time, the offerings are for me.
Yes.
Female privilege, right? Is that what we're calling it?
But I suppose I get to enjoy it as well.
Yeah, I think you do quite a bit, actually.
Yes, I do.
So one of them is the May boots, which I know I've seen before, and I think I have. But the other one is one called Tasha, where it's been updated for waifu and Gen X, and as you were commenting when I was madly purchasing the Fat Pack, you were like, that top is a lot like the one from Tora Torricelli. It's like they were listening to us a few minutes ago.
I mean, obviously there's differences. This doesn't have a little twist tie. It's a different fabric. It has long sleeves. And it's more for going with this bodycon style than the style they were
I
going
love
with.
this.
But the cut, the way that it covers, drapes over the boobs, there's...
and then it leaves your favorite part exposed. So, but I like
That's always important.
I like the styling because, I almost put a bodycon dress on this morning. And I was like, nah, it just felt a little plain to me, or I was too covered. And I, in SL, I don't always like to be very covered. So to see this with the midsection and the different, I don't know, styling or the way they've crafted the skirt to this, I thought was creative and fun. So I fell in love with it right away. So as I was waiting for things to res, I was sold already. I just already got the Fat Pack. So
good. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you in that for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, I bought the Fat Pack. It was 1,300 Linden, but the individual colors, because it's FLF, are going to be 50 Linden, and you get the whole outfit, not just the top or the bottom.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Fantastic.
So, and then it fits Maitreya, Freya, Hourglass Legacy, Cooper, and Reborn, and like I said, it has been updated now for waifu, which is big for me, because I do like to try to wear waifu whenever I can, and whenever it's not X-rated for YouTube. Just a little too much areola showing. I don't need that. Just a little. It was significant. But just looking at this outfit right now, right? These are just the regular boobs, and then I put waifu on, and it's like half areola, and I'm like, what?
Yeah,
okay.
You were kind of exploding out of them.
Oh yeah, not for YouTube.
Yeah. No, not for YouTube. Maybe for me for fun.
Oh, for sure.
Not for YouTube.
Right. All right, are we ready for the next?
We are.
All right, Tour, where are we?
We are at Roslyn in their remade weekend sale area. Because it used to be that little alcove that you had to go through a rock arch to get to.
Yeah.
And now it's this little built-in area, which I think is quite nice.
I'm camming back. I'm pulling back to see it. I love their desert,
I do too.
setup.
Really
it makes me very curious about the designer and if they live in this kind of region. Or if they don't, that it's just kind of a favorite region for them. Yeah. It's kind of like, my love of the Pacific Northwest, so therefore our sim looks like the Pacific Northwest. I do not live in the Pacific Northwest. One day I hope to return there.
Yes.
But anyway, we're at Roslyn, and they have the Hadley set, which I was surprised I did not already own. Because if it's a romper, I want it. And so, but you had pointed out it's a romper and a cardigan, because I was just all about the romper.
And the romper is great, yes.
Yeah, well, one of the things I really like about Roslyn and a fair amount of their outfits, it's very comfy, cozy, just like casual wear that you just if I was living in this, I would be very comfortable. And it's like, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go run some errands, and we put my little romper on with my cardigan, or I got my little purse and my coffee. I'm just gonna scoot around town doing various things in my comfy Roslyn outfit. Like, it just all fits in my head.
Absolutely.
So I bought the fat pack because that's what I do. It was 800 Linden, but each individual color of romper and cardigan, or 50 Linden for 50 Linden Fridays.
To your point, a couple of boards down is the Rue Saturday sale item. So if you did want to go out on the town, you've got your car keys, your coffee, and donut all in one.
I need this right now.
You do.
Oh my goodness. I'm glad you pointed this out.
It's got a good wide hold.
Yeah.
I guess it's cider rather than coffee, but
we'll pretend.
Still looks like coffee to me, yeah.
Yeah. Cider and donut. Interesting. Is that because I thought it was like coffee and a bagel, but cider and a donut it is.
Yeah.
Look at that. And it has keys. Yep.
Keys are optional.
I want a fancy fob like that. I wish I could get my car fob in like chic white like that. Okay, who's this guy up front? Like, he's like, one of these things doesn't belong. Place, yeah. Like, you got the ladies looking at the stuff, and you've got this guy who's like, is he repairing the vendor display? Like, what are we doing?
I don't know.
That is interesting.
I saw him at the last place too. He's definitely got a distinctive look.
I definitely have in my head that one of these things is not like the others, like from the whatever children's show that was back in the day, as I date myself terribly. But I'm gonna pick up this Rue cider, and my story is this is the FLF maintenance guy. He's just coming around to make sure all the vendors are working.
Yeah.
So, and then since we pointed that out, I don't want to skip over the Saturday sale. So it's the Ailani dress, which is also very pretty and very sexy. That's a fun look.
Yeah, it's got that fun asymmetry going on.
Yeah, we do love our asymmetry.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me go.
On both the top and bottom. Yeah. All right.
So I'm probably going to pick up that Ailani too, and then get me some cider and donut.
And get that situated, and then we'll keep going.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sure. I have to shout this out before he moves on. This is Vic, the maintenance guy.
Yes.
And when we got here, I'm like, that's exactly what I said. I was like, the maintenance man is here. And then I had to put my drink on, and then I learned his name is Vic.
Yep.
So Vic,
he's just having a good time.
Just making sure all the things are working. He's not messing around. Look at this guy. He is equipped. Like, there's nothing that's not good. There's nothing that's going to malfunction around Vic. Nope. He's got it. He's got it handled. Unless
he's one of those guys that loves to start DIY projects, but they don't always work out.
I don't know.
There's that type as well. But I think you're right. He's dressed for it. Yeah. You know, he definitely looks... I'd trust him to fix something.
I would love our viewers to weigh in on what type of fix-it guy Vic is.
Yeah.
Is Vic the I got this and I fix everything guy, or is he the I started this and then didn't or broke it guy?
Get in the comments.
Right? I love when people comment. We love it. We comment, we respond all the time. Okay, so we're not this isn't the Vic show. This is the Blanches Go FLFing. And we are at Ananas.
And you've got your donut and cider.
Right. I've got my donut and cider, or bagel and coffee, whatever you want to think it is.
Bagel and coffee.
And I've got my fancy key fob to my fancy car. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The mobile throne.
That's right. Mobile throne. These are the mobile throne fob. Right. Perfect. All right. So here you've got this. I see you have the fries out.
Yeah. And
those are mighty small fries in your tiny hand, or your big tiny fries in your big hand.
Yeah.
I think you would order a much larger fry than that.
Yeah. And then there's the one that you put in your mouth.
Yep, which I see you have. Yeah.
Which is heart-shaped.
That is adorable.
Mm-hmm. They also have versions where you give yourself tusks called walrus, and where you shove them up your nose.
And you're nosy.
Called nosy.
That is so fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
You get all 4 of them for 50 Linden. So.
And we didn't have this already?
I don't think I did.
I'll have to check before I buy it, because I feel like I do. I feel like I have this. So, but okay. There's that, and then I guess there's like a rideable star or something next to it for Happy Weekend.
It looks like I did have this before, but that's okay. Now I have it twice. Yeah, a rideable star. So that's something you add.
You can also ride a meteorite.
Yep. So that's fun.
That is fun. Okay.
Interesting.
So are we all set and ready to go?
I reckon so.
Reckon. I love it when you reckon.
We'll keep on moving.
All right. All right, tour. Where are we?
We are at AsteroidBox.
Oh, and what does AsteroidBox have for us today?
They've got a headband, and it's an unrigged piece, and it is in Aurora and Nocturne. So we've got like a sun and a moon sort of pattern.
I love these.
Yeah, you do. You loved it so much you had to buy it as soon as you saw it.
As soon as it rezzed in. Yeah, I was like, sold and sold. Done.
That's not always your way. But
no, because no. So,
I really love this.
I do too. My first thought went to ritual, right? Because, I like to dress my avatar for, various Wiccan rituals, full moons and Sabbats and, all the holidays and stuff. So this totally fits with, this is going to become a staple in my Wiccan wardrobe. So,
yes.
Yeah. So these are lovely. So there's 2 packs, 7 headbands, and you already said that, right? Aurora and Nebula. 7 light headbands and 7 dark. 5 metal options for the headband crystals, 4 head crystals, and the connector chain and the forehead pendant. Pendant, yeah.
Aurora pack has a sun pendant, and the Nebula pack has a moon and the star pendant. Yep.
Thanks for reading that exactly as typed.
You're welcome.
Because we love a typo. We love a typo. So,
yeah, love this so much.
Bought it. You're going to see it on me some point in the future.
Heck yeah.
All right. Are we good to go?
We are.
Sure.
Yes.
Sincerely this time? Where are we?
We're in the chamber. I'm in the pod.
And what's happening in this pod? Are you recharging in there?
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Might be recharging. Could be a bactopod. Could be nanites.
A what?
Could be...
A bactopod?
Yeah. So that would be Star Wars, where they put people in
the bounty hunters.
Maybe. I suspect the bounty hunters use them sometimes, but yeah, that's just like a healing type thing.
Gotcha.
Where they saturate the body with healing.
Okay, that's different. No, I was thinking of the Han Solo where he's in the tar and stuff.
Oh, no. Yeah. That would be carbonite.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned nanites, and nanites are always a fun one for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Could be all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Your imagination can go wherever you want with this.
I see.
But yeah, so it doesn't appear to have different animations, so it's just the one, at least out of the box, of course.
Okay.
A clever modder might do something with that.
You mean a clever modder like you?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. And but these are made by Celeste. So we're at Celeste.
Yes.
To answer the question that we arrived with.
Yeah, because that was a sincere where are we?
Yeah, it was. And this is a fun one. I like both of these things. Had to grab both of them.
Both? What are the 2 things?
Well, there's the chamber, which is the building we're in.
Oh, and this is separate thing you're in?
The pod itself is separate, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a part of the build.
Nope, so you can place as many pods as you want. You could even just have one in your living room if you wanted.
I see.
If that's the kind of person you are.
Yeah. You might have to have one of these in your super secret office.
I think I might.
Yeah. Because you can run some experiments in there.
It's what I was thinking, yeah.
I love it. So each of these are 50 linden, so the skybox...
Each of these are just 50, which continues to just blow me away that Celeste does this. Like, these are definitely worth more than that, but you can get them right now for 50.
That's fantastic.
So we are good to go?
Yeah, I was just camming around a little bit, but I'm good to go.
All right. I thought I would.
Tour.
Yes.
You know how much I love it when you put me on a pedestal, right?
I do.
Yes, okay,
So
very good.
Sometimes I like to throw you up there.
Yeah, you do. I am not unhappy about that at all. Yeah. Okay, so we are at Elikatira, and they don't have hair for us today.
No, they have the Alia dress.
Yeah, I think it's Alia. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it does fit you. Ooh. So it fits for...
That's going to be fun.
LaLa Legacy Reborn.
4 colors per set, 8 sweater options. I like that it's not a floofy kind of skirt. It's very form-fitting. And that would look a lot of fun on me. And
I agree.
I like the way they have styled it, where it looks like they have like a chunky tight, or maybe that's just her skin. I don't know. I'm thinking about like the thermal kind of tights that you wear in the autumn or the fall in places that normally get cold, because I don't really think California has like an autumn or a fall.
Yeah, I don't think she has tights on, but I agree with you, and I think that would look fantastic with this.
Yeah. I just saw a really light color, and I thought she had tights on, but no, the avatar is just that white.
Yeah.
And I'm not. So when I see that color, I'm like, ooh, she's got tights on. No, she doesn't.
No, but you can throw some bomb tights on. You've got a few really good ones.
Yeah, like Izzy's. Izzy's makes all kinds of like really thick and warm kind of like winter tights that I rarely ever get to wear in First Life because it doesn't get that cold here. Of course Celeste does.
Yeah.
They're like she's like the queen of socks and tights.
Yep.
So, of course, good call on that one. So, between 2 other Fliff designers, you're going to have some really nice tights to run through this outfit.
Yeah, so you have 2 color packs here. We have this, you get 4 color options in each pack. It looks like you don't get to change the top and bottom independently.
Okay.
If I'm understanding this correctly.
I think you're probably right. Yeah.
But those are some good color options, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I'm going to buy them both.
Very good. Look forward to seeing those on you.
Yeah. All right. So let me cam back over to us because I was pretty tight in on those. But we're...
And there's a bustier gal trying it on right now.
Ooh, let's see how it looks on her. That's what I mean. Oh, look, she did change the top.
Yeah. Oh,
she just changed it.
So you can change them independently. Good to have that confirmed.
Yes.
It was unclear from the vendor picture.
Yeah, she's a bustier, thicker gal, and that looks great on her.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Really does.
Yeah.
So that's going to look fantastic on you.
Yeah. Oh, and I like it has fun cuffs, because you see how close down, how far down it goes on the hand.
It does.
Yeah.
And it's a little poofy right at the wrist, but then it has the elastic. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so back on us. Are we ready for the next?
We are.
All right, Tour, where are we?
We're at Galvanized, which I'm not sure that I've shopped before.
Okay.
And they might be new on the Fliff roster. I can't remember.
They might be, or a newer one.
Newer one. Yeah. If so, that might explain why I had trouble finding the Fliff sign. So, and so they have the Fliff sign on the back of this display.
I was just showing it. Yeah.
But the item is up here on the front, and they have this. Let's see, what is this? The Addicts Bomber. And you can't buy the individual ones here. What they've done is you can only buy the fat pack.
And it's for 50?
And it's for 50.
That's fantastic. Who does it fit? On the sign?
Let's see, I think so.
Legacy? Yeah. That's it.
So, just Legacy.
Legacy male, I figure, based on the look of it.
Right. So, in addition to that, now, I can't wear this, so I'm not going to. But you can't just right-click buy the fat pack either. You have to click it and go through the menu.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if this is just a setup that they're kind of getting used to for doing for Fliff, but there would be some quality of life changes that I would make.
Quality of life.
Maybe putting the Fliff sign up here with the items and making the vendor so you can just click buy would be ideal.
But see, I'm wondering, when you were saying it's on the back, is it really on the back? Because when you look at how the store is situated, it looks like you come in from where that gal's coming, you see?
While that's true, there's no actual FLF sign on this side of it. So
I know, but it's on the back.
It is on the back.
So you round the corner because this is the FLF display. So I get what they're doing.
I thought it was the car for a moment.
Oh, you thought it was the covered car.
Yeah.
Because of where it was and what you're used to. That
Yes,
usually the item is in front of the FLF sign.
And I couldn't interact with it at all. So then I tried interacting with the shirts here, and I couldn't interact with them at all. And then I finally, I couldn't actually buy the Fat Pack as is, so I finally interacted with it to see what the price was.
Gotcha.
To touch it.
So you had a fair amount of challenge coming in.
It was confusing. So I would recommend those minor tweaks just to make it a little easier for, challenged shoppers.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. All right, with that said, are we good to go?
I did want to say that
some more feedback.
I really, really like these things that I'm seeing in this shop, and I hope that Galvanized, it does look like some of their things they make for Belleza and Gianni, so I might have to check out their offerings more in depth. So
that's fair. Okay, very good.
That's all.
Now are you ready?
Now we can go.
Okay. Tour. I know where we are.
Yes.
Where are we? Oh, you're gonna ask me?
Yes.
We're at Glam Affair.
Hey.
And I realized what I start to wonder when I come to Glam Affair is if I'm going to see any chrome face while I'm here.
I see.
And
doesn't look like it.
Yeah, our gal right here looks pretty put together, so
she does.
We don't have any chrome face going on.
Yeah.
So we have Alexis. It's a skin for Luca Evo X. And for 50 Linden, you get the Glam Affair color line, which is listed at the bottom. Alexis is lovely. And
she's got a little beauty mark on, too.
Yeah. And it looks like this is pictured on the Avalon head with stealthic hair and AG eyes.
Yeah.
So as we always say, if you're looking to give your avatar a makeover or maybe an alt, then, here you go.
I think that this gal up front is trying the demo on. I see the beauty mark and I see the demo writing.
Oh, yeah, she is. It looks good on her.
Okay. Yeah, it does. I think she should get it.
Yeah, she should.
All right. So we'll keep rolling.
Okay. All right, tour. Where are we?
We are at Half Deer,
one of our favorite places. I mean, they're all favorites. But I was telling you before I started recording that I took Mari shopping here before summer camp because she had to decorate her bunk area. And we got these. And I think I may have taken a picture of her bunk area. And I'll see if I can find that between takes. But she decorated with this and it was just adorable. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, Mari summer camp.
Yeah, her bunk was adorable, and I'm liking that some of these. I'm starting to detect that autumn is coming in from the colors of some of the clothing we're seeing.
The designers are definitely moving in that direction.
They are. It doesn't feel like summer is coming here in Florida.
Do you get autumn in Florida?
Yeah. Usually
what
it
is
starts
it like?
around mid-December.
Oh my goodness.
No, we don't really get to see our leaves change much here. They kind of just go. If they do go, it's just like suddenly there's just dead leaves everywhere. But for the most part, we have a lot of trees that stay green throughout because it doesn't really get that cold.
Yeah, and I always just in my own head. For being in Southern California pretty much my entire life. We arrived here when I was 5. But it doesn't really start feeling like autumn or fall until about Halloween. And I remember this because as a child, I was always irritated by this. Like, it's pretty much summer all the way through September.
Yes.
And then it starts getting cold. And then when you want to go outside at night in your cute little costume, you can't without a jacket because it's cold. And how does a jacket work with a Halloween costume? Like, that used to frustrate me as a child, you know, before I was traumatized by the bee thing. You know, then it was no more. Yeah. There was no more costumes. No. Right. So, yeah. So, and then I think with global warming and everything, I've noticed that Halloween is a bit warmer than it used to be.
Right.
So,
yes, absolutely.
So, yeah. So
now I have had a little bit of, I was also annoyed, but for a different
reason. As a child?
Because here we didn't have to do jackets on Halloween because it doesn't really get that cold by then.
Yeah.
But it did always bother me as a child. And I think I've mentioned this when talking about winter specifically, but it also applies to autumn, where we're like, you know, told, fill out these coloring exercises where you draw the seasons or whatever. And it's like, but autumn doesn't actually do the red and yellow leaves. And winter doesn't actually do the snow. So
in school,
it's like green, and then maybe some red and yellow and brown.
So now, forgive me, because I know your school story. Have we ever shared your school story?
Which part of it?
Well, the fact that, you know, I feel like you saw so many things that were not right about school that you're basically like, fuck school.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know if we've told your school story, and I don't mean to put it out there if that's not something you want to talk about. But
no, I don't.
It's always been so interesting to me that you are an incredibly intelligent individual, and school was not serving you, and you didn't see the point. So that maybe. Yeah, because that is one of the earliest examples was, you know, those sort of exercises as a child. But that continued on later as well, where, I would get frustrated by things like, you know, being given, homework in general was frustrating to me after I had proven that I could do a thing, like in math, for example. Drilling it thereafter was frustrating. It was like, I've demonstrated I can do it. I understand it. I'm not going to spend my leisure time, just doing this. Right.
History and English both frustrated me as well for different reasons.
Okay.
So both of those classes, I guess some years it was called history, some years it was called social studies. I'm not really sure what the current branding is.
They're kind of interchangeable, and typically in like the elementary setting they're called social studies, but then when you get into secondary level, which would be middle school and high school, it tends to be called history. And different types of history, like world history, ancient civilizations, and blah blah, so, you know.
Yeah, so both of those annoyed me because what I was actually being taught and graded on was my ability to read what the teacher wanted me to say about the material, not what the material itself was saying. So what I mean by that is, like, if we were talking about a historical event and they wanted, you know, maybe an essay to describe that event, they wanted something very specific. They didn't want, you know, your hot take on that event.
No hot takes?
And with literature, they were also looking for very specific interpretations that, they would go over in class. But with both of those subjects, there's a lot more that can be read, and I felt like I was not being taught how to actually analyze literature or history.
No critical thinking.
Yeah, no critical thinking, just regurgitation of trivia for the most part. And both of those I felt extremely stifled, and it was a constant friction with the education system for me, where I felt constrained by it in many ways, and like, because I was the kind of kid where at the start of the year we'd be handed all these textbooks. I would consume the textbooks. by maybe the third week,
Wow.
I was set to take the tests for the class, technically. And, you know, I would then just kind of do my own thing, which, of course, resulted in a very low grade average, but an extremely high, like, often above 100% test average.
Right. Right.
So yeah, and I know that's not the typical story, but it is something that's out there. One thing that was odd about that was, even in cases where maybe some might say, well, I needed to be in accelerated courses. Well, first of all, I didn't technically have the grades to get into the accelerated courses because I was fucking off. And
well, when you say
that,
fucking off, though, you mean you were? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I wasn't doing the homework, so I was dropping my average.
Right, because it was pointless, right?
And,
like you didn't see the point in wasting your time on some of these assignments.
Yep.
Right.
And I would annoy teachers by, asking questions and having opinion. And I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
And
part of me wants to say that I'm not surprised because you grew up in Florida, but to be honest, that's not just Florida. Like in the time that you're talking about, and even when I was a child, it was still very much the same, right? You just were expected to do what the teacher wanted you to do. There wasn't a whole bunch of critical thinking. It was a lot of worksheets and things of that nature. Yeah,
exactly. And like, I think that works to some extent with hard subjects, like rigid subjects. Like with math, you do want to at least make sure that students can do math.
Right.
But you also, at some point, have to just say, okay, these students can do it.
Yeah.
Just move on and let them, like, I also was happy to help my fellow students learn or do something. And having a more collaborative classroom, I think, would have helped in that capacity, because my capacity to consume that information could translate to, I can actually help bring other students up who are struggling. But we didn't have that environment. It was all lecture format.
Yeah. And so the things that you're talking about, and this is why your educational story is always so interesting to me, because those are like the exact things I try to combat as an educator now.
Yeah.
And because that does not help children. And I'm not at all surprised that you got frustrated with your schooling experience and chose to leave. You know, like, why waste your time with that?
Yeah.
I completely understand. And so I feel like I'm working pretty hard in our current system to give students a better experience than that, and to prepare them for their lives, as opposed to, rote memorization.
Yeah, and I have huge admiration for you doing that. And, I also know that it's an uphill battle, because our system is very rigid in many ways, and it takes a creative and passionate soul to kind of push the bounds of what you can do within that system.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah. That was a fun departure from half year. So back to what we were talking about what started this is what we were talking about, your coloring activities that you were made to do that didn't match your lived experience. And,
right. Here are the seasons you have to draw.
Right. And you're like, no, it's just green.
It's just green. There's different intensities of the sun. Like in summer, the sun takes up the whole sky, or might as well. But
yeah. So wow, talk about some childhood trauma and frustration, and that's not what we're trying to say about half year. We're just saying these are great metal leaf vine things.
No, and I actually do love autumn outside of Florida.
Yeah,
like it's a great season.
Oh yeah,
it's super cozy, and we love to decorate for it too.
Yeah. So these are great. Like I said, I took Mari shopping for them. I will dig up a picture of her bunk if I can find it between takes.
Yep.
But yeah, we definitely came through here and got some half year things for her, because that's what exactly came to mind in making a little space for her. Was half year. It just was perfect.
Oh, yeah.
So
it is. Their aesthetic is just delightful.
Yes, I agree. So 50 linden for the red, 50 linden for the gold. Is that how that's working?
That is correct.
And they have more colors.
Them up myself.
They have more colors than this because there's like outside the back of the store is the rest of the set. So
I see.
Mm-hmm. All right. Are we good to go?
We are good to go.
All right, Tour. I know because I am familiar with this couch that we are not home, but we're sitting on our couch at Heaux.
Yes, that's correct. Our couch.
Our couch, because they rested here for us.
With our coffee machine.
That's right. With snacks, because I need to refill my cup.
Yes.
So.
New bagel, new coffee.
Yep, refresh. All right, but we're at Heaux, and they have Tamsin. It looks like it's on LaLa Evo X Briannan.
Yep.
And it's available in 2 colors.
Pink Fairy and Ghost. Yeah. I'm guessing this one's Ghost.
Yeah, we guess. Looks
Ghost-like to me.
And I'm wondering if Heaux redid their logo.
Did they?
It looks a little different to me.
Oh, well, so I see on the sign, I think the usual logo, but then the sign next to it, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe, because, it looks like that's been rebranded around throughout, so...
It's cute. I like the rebrand.
I do too.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't take our couch away, though.
Yeah, the couch has to stay. That's required. It looks like they have put that new logo on the signs to our opposite side.
Yes, I see that.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a cute rebrand. And I think it's more in line with the Heaux aesthetic with what their skins look like. Because they are, a little bit more of the cute sort of style, I would say. Yeah.
Very good. So again, if you're looking to make over your avatar or have an alt that needs a makeover, here's the place to stop for some skin.
Very good.
All right.
And we'll keep going.
All right, Tour, where are we?
We're at high 5.
You think really hard about that, don't you?
I do.
Because you're just kind of stuck in high V.
I am, but I got it.
You're like, high 5.
Yep.
Now,
we have interactive bingo.
This is fun. It's fun because bingo is another thing that reminds me of Mari's summer camp. They played a lot of bingo.
Okay.
And it's just, even in SL Gore, because you and I were taking a little break from it, mainly because I got frustrated. But, and we have so many other things. And, then I've been busy with Mari. So it's just like, there's just a lot. There's always something in SL to capture my attention. So we were taking a little Gore break. But even before that, there was bingo going on in SL Gore too. So I don't know if there's like a bingo resurgence going on, but I've just been exposed.
Resurgence.
I've been exposed to a lot more bingo. And then I also learned with one of the bingo systems, you can do like they do in First Life Bingo, where you have like 3 or 4 cards in front of you.
Oh.
And on one of these HUDs, you can have like 3 cards spread out.
Wow.
And so it's funny how some people can't handle that, like in SL. It's like, no, I can't keep track of 3 cards. I tried it. It's a lot of fun to try to. For me, it makes bingo a little bit more interesting, because otherwise it's kind of a slow, boring game, in my opinion. But if I have 3 cards I'm watching, then that keeps me more engaged. Because honestly, my mind will tap out of bingo if it's just 1 card, slow calling, and it's like, okay, I'm multitasking.
Right.
Right. That's not a lot of fun for me. But so that's my mind went back to Mari's summer camp, but they didn't play it quite like this. Okay, so you can actually get a party pack.
Yeah, so it looks like the party pack has 10 bingo packages. Now, there are, and those are to share, so I guess you get 10 transferable ones.
Okay.
No copy transfer, So that's what the party pack does. So you can hand bingo out to your friends.
Yeah, well, we should definitely... I'm going to get the party pack because at one point when we open Stratagem and start doing things with our community, we can play bingo.
Yes. Now, I also want to highlight this whole wall is different variations of bingo.
Oh.
You can get the party pack of different cards. So this one looks like it's autumn flavored.
And I'm seeing our round friend that you pointed out. Looks like she's
Halloween
pregnant.
flavored. She does, yeah.
She's got the pregnant AO on. I recognize it.
She's definitely, yeah. So
anyway,
she had fun.
Yeah,
for sure. And she's got a great shape too.
She does. Okay, I'm sorry. I interrupted. You know, when I cam back and I see a round girl, everything stops.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I understand. I do that sometimes too. So
okay, so you were saying.
Yeah, so we've got, like, going that direction, we've got this Demon Time bingo, which looks very sex-oriented. We have birthday bingo. Okay. Which the first item is eat cake, so, you know, that's fun. Eat your favorite meal. Okay. Twerk on someone in a red shirt. All right. Oh, anyway, okay. Going the opposite direction, we've got self-care bingo.
Goes with September.
Fun. Yeah, and then we have date night bingo.
Oh, fun.
Okay, so
we might have to play that bingo.
Yeah, there's some fun ones for sure.
Well, I'm gonna get all these. And how much are the party packs?
They appear to be $444 for any of the party packs.
Oh, okay. All right, very good.
Oh dear. Well,
what?
I also see something else that I'm gonna go ahead and grab.
What is it?
So if you wrap around past date night and continue down that wall, like you're gonna wrap around, there's this donut holster, which
I see it. You need to wear that.
Yep.
But look where it is.
I know.
Oh, when I think holster, I think your hip, but that's not your hip.
No, it's not.
Wow.
All right. High Five does have some interesting, colorful things.
Yeah, they do. That's fun.
That's fun. All right.
Okay.
We'll keep this party moving.
When are you gonna put that holster on?
Well, eventually.
Not right now?
Maybe not for the video.
Why? You think YouTube's gonna object? They only object to nipples.
I don't think they only object.
Yeah, they do. They're anti-female bits.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes, they are.
All right, we'll see. Hey, you know, maybe when we hit the next 100 and you have to do another Speedo, then you can wear that.
Yeah, well, let's get
That's
to...
the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan.
We're gonna keep going to the next item.
That's the plan. All right, tour, where are we?
We are at Hilted.
Hilted. What do they have for us?
They have what they're calling the Overlay Wall Art Pack.
Ooh.
And so these are definitely fun.
You're going to buy those.
You know, I definitely am going to buy those. So we have a few...
super secret office.
Well, yeah. We can definitely put them there. We also have a few areas where we have kind of some... Yeah. We have kind of some hexagonal types of patterns in our build. And I think that these would work very well there. Correct with the solar punk sort of aesthetic.
Look at my pose. I told you. Yeah, we were debating when I was putting my cup on, my cider and donut. Tour's requirement was it can't be in the hand where you point to your mouth.
Yep.
Although now, since I've adjusted my shape, my finger goes through my face, but
it does.
I'm still pointing to my general mouth.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it's because we did the deformer system on the birth AO, and because I've moved my shoulders and arms around a little bit, the pose doesn't line up. But it used to.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
On the default. But
yeah,
we know what it's really doing.
We know it. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Food go here.
That's exactly right. So yes, this is definitely your design aesthetic, and I can see you putting this in a number of places around Stratagem.
Agreed.
Okay.
I also picked up for Happy Weekend, they have these floor panels, so those are fun too.
Oh yeah, that works too. That, you know, and they also kind of look like welcome mats to me. Remember, I was struggling with welcome mats. We could replace.
You could definitely use them that way.
Yeah. So, and we got to circle back to that too. I always have many projects for us.
I know.
And you know, I have a feeling that you're not going to do a lot while I'm gone because you're just going to rest.
I'm going to work on my AO.
Okay.
And we'll see what I can get done outside of that.
Okay. Because it would be, again, we wanted to have stratagem ready for guests, like by the end of summer. And I guess technically if we're going by like a California or a Florida summer, we still have we still have time. But I think it would be nice to have it ready for at least the holiday season, which would kind of start with Halloween, although some people wouldn't consider it a holiday, but Halloween is Samhain for Wiccans, and so you could start there, and then go, roll through Thanksgiving and Yule. So anyway, so we good to go? Have we talked about all the things? Have you picked everything up that you want?
I've picked up my things. We're good to go.
All right, Tour, where are we?
We are at Lock&Tuft.
And they are ready for Halloween.
They are, so you can get arrows. Looks like they actually come with tattoo layers, which is kind of a nice touch, I suppose. The facial one only works for Evo X, so if you want to be shot in the head, you need that head. Or a compatible one. Then they have the stake for vampires, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, if you want that, here you go, 50 limit each. We don't, but that's fine.
Yeah,
because
we're just not into the violent type stuff.
No, we would rather dress up as a giant frappuccino or a cupcake or French fries or chicken nuggets. That's much more our wheelhouse. So we'll stick with that.
But the spooky ultraviolence is definitely something that a lot of SL is into, and Lock&Tuft.
Spooky ultraviolence, Yep. That's an accurate description. So.
All right, we'll keep going.
All right, Tour. I'm gonna beat you to it and tell you we're at Modulus, and this is Mr. T. So, T-pose.
T-pose.
I wonder, he might have been trying on the hair. I don't see hair on him right now. Oh, there he goes.
He is trying on the hair.
Yep. All right. So apart from Mr. T, we have a few offerings here. So tourist man stuff. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, it's man stuff, and it's specifically Modulus hair, which I've grown rather to like Modulus hair. That said, these ones are probably not so much my style. So Modulus, they make a lot of different hairs. Some of them are basically just tufts on the top, and they expect or have kind of a shaved sides and back. And that's not quite my look though on Mr. T. Working out pretty well.
Well, Mylan has a little bit of a messy look to it.
It does have a little bit of a messy look, yeah.
You like messy?
I do. There's just not enough hair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just like a little messy mop on top of my skull.
And so all the hairs are kind of like that, except maybe Frank. Frank has a little bit more going on in the front, but I guess he's
Frank has a little more volume. So it's like, how you're like need more volume in the hair.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the same way.
I'm not surprised. You like volume and thickness.
I do.
Yeah.
But Modulus does make definitely quality hairs. I do always like, and they've really started to ramp this up with some of their newer offerings, that they do offer the different styles. Like you can do the little style HUDs. You can see like all but one of these has those. And that isn't necessarily something that all of the male hair makers offer. So having that be basically a standard here at Modulus definitely makes them a worthwhile thing if you're looking for man hair, or if you're just
well, I thought there was a gal over here for a second.
Sort of thing.
See the gal over here.
There
Does
is,
she have it on?
Yeah, she's able to rock it too. So.
And when I was modeling, I would often rock short hairs like this.
Yeah. So definitely not just for men, but that is who they're targeting.
Yeah.
But yeah, others can absolutely rock it.
All right, are we good to go?
Yeah, we're good to go.
All right, to her. I'm starting at a different angle because you pointed out that there's a big guy here. And I don't mean Mr. Six-Pack next to him. But this is the Jonathan Pigu body, as you reminded me. Which we have seen and have used, actually. You know, mostly for roleplay. But it's rare when you get to see it like somebody who's like living it, you know?
Yeah.
So he's not fully ripped into me at the moment. But go ahead.
Yeah, he's rocking it quite well. But yeah, I mean, it goes to, you know, something that we kind of have talked about, how there are, thankfully, quite a few different body shapes available for women. Sometimes you have to go and really stretch things because there aren't too many that are designed for a fuller figure, but they at least can support them. And the same isn't as true for men, I would say.
I agree.
But, you know, the Jonathan Pigu did do that. It sadly, at least last I checked, had kind of fallen out of development. There's not really any new things coming out for it.
Yeah, I had hoped they would do more
or very
with
few.
it.
Yeah, same. But the body is out there, and there are, I think a few clothing makers who still occasionally put stuff out. But it's not common, but that's why we were excited to see it actually out in the wild, being actively used by someone.
Because I think it's much easier, or it's much more common to see a big girl in SL because that's kind of coming into fashion, per se.
It is, delightfully.
And it's very rare to see a bigger guy in SL. Most of the guys look like his friend who was standing next to him. There's just the trim guy. That's a fun bumper he has. A little punching animation. Just punched him in the gut just now. But yeah, so it is nice to see a bigger male avatar out and about.
It is.
Because it is a much more rare occurrence.
Yeah.
So I just wish his face would res for me. It's like I'm almost there. Things are resing so slow. His little friend, his skinny friend, I think I've been able to see his face okay.
Gotcha.
But not our big friend. So.
And, you know, it also is kind of, it is a little frustrating that it is not only rare, but difficult to achieve that sort of body shape because it's not an uncommon one in First Life.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
And that, you know, it's goes to, you know, just needing to both represent and appreciate more shapes of human beings. Cause,
yeah, I dropped my settings so his face would finally res in because it was just gray, and I wanted to be able to give him props to be able to see him at least the way he intended to be seen.
Yep.
You know? So good on him.
Absolutely. So.
All right, now, so that aside, where are we?
We're at Pitaya.
Pitaya. Oops, I'm having camera issues.
The person actually moved away from the chairs so I can sit.
Can I sit with you?
Not on the same chair, but you can sit with me. Yes.
No, that's what I mean, on the next chair.
Yeah, because let's... Oh, there you go. I was gonna...
I know, I'm sorry to take that away from you. I know you enjoyed it.
It's okay.
Whoa, what?
Whoops. No, I'm
happened?
Sorry. I tried to close the menu, but I misclicked. Yeah.
Thank you. I got it.
That's what happens when you do it instead of me.
Sorry, I will never do that again. My bad for trying to sit myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so save, and I'll change my camera angle so I'm not flashing everybody because no panties. Okay, so I should put my settings back up. Let's do that. We'll go back into video settings because those are always nicer. And while my computer thinks about it, how about you tell us what's going on here? It's definitely your wheelhouse.
Well, so these are little, what are they calling them? They're calling them vintage heart chairs. And they've got some it's got that wonderful antique aesthetic. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Do you have to get that?
No, I don't. Just
okay,
ignore the
we'll
ringing.
ignore the ringing. It's fine. It's life.
Okay, yeah. So it's got that wonderful, like, antique aesthetic to the wood, and also this, I really like the paint detail.
Yeah.
And the fact that some of the paint, like, looks like it's worn off. Specifically in the areas where you would expect it to be worn off, like on those corner nubs and stuff. Really nice job by Pitaya, which should be no surprise. Pitaya always puts out really quality furniture. These stacked ones you observed, they are not a single item. There are 2 chairs that they've just decided to stack like that, which totally works. That was
fun.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. But yeah, so definitely got these. The fat pack is 100, or you can get these other ones, which are 50 for 2 different colors of chairs. All told, you get 4 colors of chairs. You get the pink, green, yellow, and blue.
Okay.
Big
and then
fan.
I noticed the item for Saturday sale because it's a lady head as a vase. And you know how I love lady vases.
Yeah, the Teste de Moro.
And what did you say that meant now?
Well, I don't know exactly what it means, but it's a reference to a legend in Sicily.
Oh.
It means Moor's head, apparently.
Okay.
And I can't get into the whole legend, but it is apparently, because the page I found is kind of fragmented, all kinds of different things, but it is a story of mystery, romance, and revenge, and it certainly would be worth reading about. I will be doing so after this. I don't feel like I am prepared enough with this story to give it a proper summary. But yeah, it looks like there's a whole legend about this, and it's a big beloved thing in the island of Sicily.
Okay, very good. Yeah. I picked it up because it's cool.
It is.
So, all right, are we good to go?
Yep.
All right, Tor, where are we?
We are at Pixicat.
And what do they have for us today?
They have the page sweater.
And in what sizes, Tor?
They've got Maitreya, Legacy, Hourglass, Freya, and Reborn.
And you have a little bit of a story.
Yeah, well, I've mentioned in the past, we've of course encountered several times where Pixicat supports Reborn but doesn't list Reborn, and we'd missed out on a couple sales because of that, until one of our viewers, of course, pointed out that yes, that is for Reborn, and we've started checking obsessively. Well, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but the Pixicat offering did fit Reborn, and again they had reverted their sign after correcting it previously to not show Reborn, so shot them an offline, and let's see, what is their name? Ariv. Sure, Ariv. I don't know if that's what they prefer to be called, but that's their display name and everything. Responded thanking for the notifying them that of that, and they got the sign corrected. So we appreciate that, and
and I'm gonna buy this sweater.
Yeah, because I never try and get in creators' IMs to give them a hard time, but at the same time, I don't want her to be missing out on sales and I don't want Reborn wearers to miss out on wearing cool Pixicat outfits either.
I think that's really cool of you that you and people have seen it in our videos, because you'll pause and type off a message real quick to the designer to let them know something about your vendor is not working.
Yeah. So. Well, because I know, I do know that there's a lot that goes into it, because you've got to make the item, you've got to set up the vendor scripting, all that. You have to set up the different buy buttons. You have to package everything up correctly. You have to get the photograph and actually arrange all that and make that happen. And then, it's easy to just leave off a minor detail like
Reborn.
updating. Yeah, like
oh, you need to get something
my
to drink.
voice is going.
You need to get something to drink. But yeah, we get the idea, and it's very kind of you to reach out to the designers and help point those things out, because as you're describing, the process is very lengthy, so it's easy to overlook some things. So, and I think you have a very kind way of doing it, where the designer doesn't take it as you being like whiny or bitchy in their offlines.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna move along, and hopefully your voice will come back.
Hopefully.
Okay, so tour.
Mm-hmm.
She left. Now, she was there a minute, or a second, or a few seconds when I started this up. But that avatar that just left had a very unique smile that was setting you a little bit on edge.
Yeah.
And
so I think, for me, I think it's just she's got like a static smile pose set, and there's not any movement to the face, so it steps into the weird uncanny valley for me, and was just setting me off. And I try not to say anything unkind about people's avatars, but just
no, but then I think it's because we're so used to being animated, that we don't stick in a static pose. And then there's times where you hit a pose and you're like, what is my avatar doing? Like, what is that?
Oh yeah.
But it was just amusing to me how in the last 2 stops this avatar stood out to you, and you were like, whoa. And it takes a lot for you to be like creeped out a little bit. And so she had just struck the right. I mean, she was stuck in it. It's not like she hit the pose. She came that way. And then I told you that it didn't help that the sweater was a little Freddy Krueger. So, which was the Pixicat sweater from the last stop. But
see, I don't even think the sweater was bothering me at all.
No, I know, but I'm saying it just lent itself to the kind of creepy smile, hard gaze look that was happening.
Tour, would you like to play with me?
Exactly, and insert creepy nightmare music behind that, right? So, So we're not trying to be unkind. It was just one of those things. You know how avatars stand out to us, and they stand out for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
But it's not very often that you get one that kind of creeps you out a little bit.
Yeah, and that's nothing to say like about the facial shaping or anything. It really was just the stuck.
She's not an ugly avatar at all.
No.
So, and then to come here, and then you started referring to her as Smiles, which was accurate. And then she's right in the middle of my camera frame. So it just kind of it was just the universe saying, okay, LaLa, you have to comment. Because I told you at first I wasn't going to.
Yeah.
Because we really don't want to be unkind to anyone. And I'm hoping that we're not being unkind. We're just talking through what Tour's impression was at the time, which I found to be amusing. So, that said, we will move on. Where are we, Tour?
We're at Rain. And they have these koala slippers.
Right. Which I bought while we were waiting for you. I was waiting for you to rest.
Yes. And they're very cute.
I didn't even check if they fit me. I just assumed they did.
They do. Okay. Legacy, Reborn, Cupra, Maitreya, Link, Belleza OG, and Belleza Gen X.
Very good. So I bought them. 50 Linden, fat pack, good deal. So, and
yes.
Okay. Are we ready to go?
I do want to say, if Smiles does stumble upon this body, I apologize, but also
not this body, this video.
Yeah, this video. Just maybe try a facially.
Yeah, let your face be animated. That's all.
Yeah.
It's and again, clearly by the look of me, Tour enjoys animations.
Yes.
So, the more animated body parts, the better.
Yes.
And starting with your face is an easy one.
All right.
Are we good now?
Yes.
All right, we're not in frame right now because you wanted to put us next to a fox. And fox wasn't rezzing. We're still in orange cloud. So maybe by the time we talk about the fliff things, I can come over to us and you will exist.
And maybe.
Okay.
So fliff things, we have this Anisha AA frame cottage, which looks really cool. Yep. It's got the Trompe L'oeil style. Looks like we've got 2 big kind of pitched roof rooms, and then we've got a hallway sort of connector between them. Also looks like it would be great for anywhere that has uneven terrain on account of its raised, which is nice.
That is nice.
Also grabbed the leather chairs that maybe go with it, because they're also called Nisha.
Those look comfy. They also look wide, which is helpful.
Yes. Always helpful. Yes.
So 50 linden per item.
Per item. And you can see the original prices there, which I always like that they do that. I think that's I exist.
You exist in the fox.
I love to exist.
And the fox is like looking kind of in your direction. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you wanted to come stand by the fox. Is that because the fox is my spirit animal?
Yes.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We need more foxes sprinkled around strategy. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we do.
Actually, Mari has some because her last name is Foxtail. So
I can probably talk to Gian as well about foxes.
Well, I think Gian makes some.
And that's what I mean.
What do you mean talk to then? You make it sound like
when I say talk to, in
Gion's
that case,
your
I mean
buddy.
go down there and shop.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean, Gian? You and Gian are close? They're going to create some special foxes for you?
No, I mean like just buy them.
Yeah.
Sometimes I use talk to as a way of just saying I'm going to go shop somewhere.
Gotcha. I think that... Oh, it turned around just now. Is it a wanderer?
No, that's an avatar.
What? That's a person?
That's a person.
Oh my goodness. They must have been asleep because they were standing in one position for so long and then they just turned.
Yeah, well, we were chatting a little bit.
Yeah.
I said that we love foxes and they said anybody with a tail. So, yeah.
All right. I thought that was like a Gian Wanderer for a second. That's a really good avatar.
I know.
Look at that.
It's made by TWI, apparently.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
I know. This isn't just any fox that I wanted to go stand next to. It's an actual avatar.
I didn't realize that. I missed the memo on that.
Yeah. So TWI stands for Timber Wilds Industries. They make a number of avatars. Deer, wildcats, lions, foxes, feral ghost wolf. Oh, I think we saw the feral ghost wolf at somewhere we shopped.
Out and
Yeah.
about, yeah. All right. Well, very good.
Cougars. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. All right.
Yep.
Okay, we good to go?
We're good to go.
All right, Tor, where are we?
We're at True Damage.
All right, what do they have for us today?
They've got what they're calling the Ari shirt. And we've got these 3 patterns.
Yes.
Yep.
And I see that it fits Legacy, Maitreya, and Reborn. And this reminds me of how I was looking for an open shirt, remember? So I might actually pick this one up. I don't usually pick up True Damage because it looks like it was designed for a skinnier avatar, and I still stand by that. But it might work. I'm willing to experiment because this is the sort of...
and it's worth experimenting.
Yeah, this is the sort of shirt I was kind of looking for. But my challenge comes in the boobs area. Like for things to work like that, the shirt has to be a little bit more open. So I'm curious to do the science on this to see, but I will absolutely pick one up to experiment with.
Very good. I look forward to your experimentation.
Right, because you were kind of envious of the shirt, like you want it for you.
Yeah, I mean, this is absolutely a shirt that I would wear. I would probably go without the undershirt at all. But yeah, I really like the plaid patterns that they've got going on, and the white seams or stitching around the seams inside and stuff. Yeah. It's really nice.
Yep.
So,
okay.
Yep.
I'm going to pick one up and we're going to keep moving.
Okay.
All right, Tor, where are we?
We're at What Next, which is our final stop.
I see. And what do they have for us?
They've got 2 items. One of them is a new What Next offering called Fall Donuts.
Yep, everybody's feeling the fall feeling.
Yep. This dispenses a choice of 3 donuts to eat or hold.
Those look delicious. I haven't eaten yet, and I want some.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're gonna have to eat after this for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
They're also offering a offering they've had previously. They're apple spice cider and donuts, which is fantastic.
Yeah, we've picked that up before.
Yeah.
And I I like this. They have a little picture of what the hold looks like. That's fantastic. Although I wonder if that's a very skinny person, so I don't remember if I can hold these or not.
That we'll have to... I don't remember, but it's great decor for sure, the dispenser itself.
I thought you were going to say we'll have to exercise so I can hold those.
No, that was not what I was going to say. Somebody needs a visit to their lunchbox, clearly.
Oh, yeah.
With that kind of talk.
All right, so we picked this up and we're ready. Are we going back to the butterflies for your closing thoughts, your first life thoughts?
Yeah, we'll head back to the butterflies.
Okay. All right, where are we?
We are back at Kaleidoscope. We went into the alcove over here.
Yeah, I'll keep it back so people can see. It's a lovely little alcove. And they've got snacks.
I really like this. Yeah.
So, all right. So this is First Life Thoughts with Tour.
First Life Thoughts with Tour. Okay, so there's always so much going on out there to talk about, and I've wanted to touch on what's going on with me a little bit because my first life situation has drastically changed, and this isn't like to say, pay attention to me, it's my life, but I will try and tie it to other things. So, but as was mentioned, I think a few weeks back, I had been having issues with my first life job situation. Kind of to make a long story short, without getting into too many details, for what, about 20, almost 20 years, I had really busted my ass burning both ends of the candle to build up a company that I had been promised I would get partial ownership of and would get paid out if it ever sold. So I really was willing to work excessively hard, and as part of trying to build up the company and try and secure myself something, I also had accepted working for a fairly depressed wage, to the point where I was getting half of the national average for what I do. Well, that company did sell 4 years ago, and because I had been young and naive when I kind of got myself into that agreement, it was not actually in writing, and that didn't actually materialize. I did get a small bonus, but I can do the math and know that the share I had been promised would have been worth quite a bit more than that. I did try to negotiate having a pay adjustment up to what I should be paid, especially since the company that had bought us out, after ignoring what I did for several years, suddenly took an interest in it and wanted to heavily start marketing it and ramping up the usership of the software that I had been maintaining and developing. Well, they were unwilling to do that. They apparently are willing to invest resources in marketing it so that they profit, but they aren't willing to extend that profit to me. Now, I didn't really have... I could have stayed there, but I chose not to, so I left that. And things moved fast after that, much faster than I had expected. I had kind of braced for a few months, up to probably half a year of being unemployed, just because you never know. But I had my resume out there on Monday. I had a phone interview on Tuesday. I had an in-person interview on Wednesday. I had a job offer on Thursday that wanted me to start 2 Mondays ago. So
I love that progression so much. I just have to interrupt and say that that's amazing.
It really was. It really was. And so I've been 2 weeks now at a new company. Well, they're not a new company. They were founded in the 1990s. I'm not going to name specifically where, but it's a small business, so it's more what I was used to. That's another piece of the story is the company previously that we had built up and that got sold. I think at most we were about 50 people. When we started it, we were 4. When we sold, we joined a company that was 70,000 people. And the atmosphere is just so wildly different. I had never wanted to work in that environment, so I'm so much happier being in a small business again. Also, despite being a 70,000 person company that apparently, as they told me, had posted record profits, they were unable to even offer me what this small business is able to. So they actually pay much better, treat me much better. It's a much better environment. I hadn't actually realized it until I had been working this for these past couple weeks, but I had been just carrying an immense amount of stress and anxiety around every day at that previous company. Partially because I was expecting every day to just wake up and be let go, but also partially just because I really just hated that environment. And now I actually look forward to waking up and, I'm enjoying what I'm doing and what I'm working on. And it's definitely a different atmosphere. They also have a lot of, fun perks. Like they buy us lunch every Friday. They provide drinks, and on Tuesdays they provide donuts and bagels. So, it's fun. One definite perk here is, so I'm in software development, and this company was founded and by the person who wrote the software that this company is built on. So they're a small software company. They sell this flagship product, and he's still the lead developer of it. And what that translates to is not only does he understand the challenges of programming, but I don't get that same feeling where I'm working on something for someone who doesn't even understand it to make a profit. That was always a frustrating part of the business. Kind of to bring all that down into focus, though, a lot of what I'm talking about and a lot of my first life situation is kind of exacerbated by the lack of, worker unionization in general is low, but in the tech sector especially, it is almost unheard of. And I'm not entirely sure why that is. If tech workers just feel like either they know better or if they feel like they're paid well enough that they don't need to unionize, or what's going on there. But if, for example, at the previous company, I had a union, I don't believe that I would have had the same grievances about pay. Also, I don't believe that myself and several others, when the company sold, would have just been kind of completely sidelined and had no say in that sale, which was another part of it. It was just sprung upon us one year that, hey, by the way, we now belong to this other giant entity. Unions, because you are able to collectively bargain, can actually influence things to make sure that workers do get taken care of better. And I know that they are almost always thought of in terms of like, factory work or Teamsters or things like that, warehouse work, things where there's more maybe physical labor involved. I know you've mentioned education unions as well. But we really do need to see it at all levels. Like, all workers are united in our struggle to make sure that we have a future under capital, because like the system really is where the owner class, their job, all of their incentives lie in extracting as much wealth and labor out of their workforce as possible, and then discarding that workforce. They have no actual built-in incentive to make sure that anyone gets a fair shake. And, unions are a way to make sure that happens. Even at my new company, we don't have a union there. And yes, I'm saying that there's a lot of great perks there. I'm saying that I have a good salary there. It's way too early for me to try this, but I would like to try to unionize there. Not to actively right now advocate for anything, because things are good, but as a preventative measure and to have things in place so that if things turn exploitative, we actually have a mechanism by which we can push back against the owners. Like a large part of that is building that before you need it. So even if you're in a job where you feel comfortable and taken care of, there still is reason to unionize. There still is reason to start building up that strike war chest if you ever have to. You want to have that available. So anyway.
That makes a lot of sense. It does. It makes a lot of sense. And then as I'm thinking about what other unions exist, right? There's the whole writers thing going on. Mm-hmm. Then you see absolutely. Healthcare workers striking for various things. So it's just really interesting how unions in just different sectors, it's just kind of hit or miss. It
is very hit or miss. And I mean, a lot of that is built on decades of building like anti-union propaganda, mm-hmm. and really saturating the U.S. workforce, especially with it. We've got like a really low rate of union density, and the tech industry in particular is one of the lowest sectors of our economy for unionization. So, I'm hopeful that this will be a great place to work, but at the same time, I wanted to use that to also talk a little bit about unions, the need for them, and why being comfortable today doesn't necessarily mean an assurance of comfort tomorrow. To that end, I am leaving a link to the IWW, the Industrial Workers of the World, because this is not just an America problem, this is an everywhere problem. The working class does need to be united against the capitalist class because, as I said, that is the incentives of the system, and we need to be able to cover one another.
Right? Makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
So, thank you for that. Anything else? Any other First Life thoughts before I launch into thank yous?
No, that's pretty much where I'm at.
That was fantastic. So, then I guess I want to say thank you to everybody out there who watches our videos, who likes, comments, shares. We appreciate that so much. We have a lot of fun in the comments. I love people weighing in with their opinions. Please, I love throwing questions out there to have people respond. It's a lot of fun. It just makes doing this it just takes the level of fun up several levels. So thank you for engaging with us.
Yes, thank you to all of our viewers, and we will see you in the next video.